So dear children, we are back again after a long time of gap. However, we were discussing about the fun they had where Margie hated school because she was scoring less and less in geography sector, I mean to say geography subject. The county inspector was called to repay and he came. He reset everything to the level of Margie, and she was hoping that the county inspector might not be knowing how to repair. He might not be able to reset the computer or mechanical teacher so that the mechanical teacher would be taken away for longer duration so that she would enjoy holidays like Tommy, because once that had happened with Tommy also, his history sector had completely blanked out, so his mechanical teacher was taken away for 1 month where he did not have any classes. Hence, she hated the school a lot, especially the slot where she had to put all her writings, test papers and homeworks which used to scan. Slot is nothing but the place which was meant for keeping all her homeworks and writing things, which was scanned and then and there itself was awarding marks. Right? So she hated. That is why she said, when Tommy said about the book which he found and was reading, he said that it was about school. Then Margie said, why would anyone write about school? Because she was presuming about her school, like classroom near the bedroom, sitting in front alone, waiting for the mechanical teacher to start the lesson, right? So she was not interested. So she said, why would anyone talk about or read about school? There is nothing. He says now. Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes. Why? He just projected himself as if he knew everything. Superiority. What do you know? In such a way. Because it's not our kind of school. Stop it. It is not like what we are studying. It is not like that. It is of old kinds of school. This is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. He added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully, centuries ago. See? Centuries ago, he superiorly, what I can say, with utmost enthusiasm, he said that, hey, idiot, stupid means idiot. It was about old kind of school, not about our school, which were there centuries ago. Why? Because the story is happening in the year 2157. How 157 years ahead of our time. Right? It is just a science fiction. Yes, Margie was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago. She read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, anyway, they had a teacher. So she was curious to know because she did not know anything. Just she leaned upon his shoulder. He was sitting and reading, and she came behind. Through his shoulder, she began to read because she was curious. She did not know anything about old kind of school. Right? Dear children, sure they had a teacher, but it wasn't a regular teacher. It was a man. Right now? Right now? What is considered regular teacher here? Mechanical teacher is considered regular teacher as per us. Who is our regular teacher? A man, like us. A man. How could a man be a teacher? See, she is astonished, surprised, because she did not know anything about human teachers. She was habitual with computer teacher. Well, he just told the boys and girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. That means the man teacher used to teach them in the classroom and asked them questions, gave them homeworks. They allowed them to discuss. What about computer teacher? You can see me now. You will be sitting in the room and you will be watching my lesson, simply listening to me. I don't even know whether you listen to me or not. Right? Yes. A man isn't smart enough. Yes. Smart here means you can take it in two meanings. Good looking also, intelligent also. Sure he is. My father knows as much as my teacher. He knows almost as much. I betcha. So here the word I betcha. It is nothing but a kind of I challenge you. I bet. We say now in such a way. See, Tommy says that his father knows more than his teacher. That means he elevates the old kind of school where teacher taught him. Taught Tommy's father. That is why he says, my father knows as much as my teacher. See, with confidence he says, I bet. Margie wasn't prepared to dispute that. Margie did not want to elaborate or get into a heated debate. She said, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. She doesn't know. She thought the teacher was just like a stranger because she did not even know that a human would be teaching. She cannot even imagine a person, a human being, a living human being to come to her house and teach because she is routinous with the mechanical teacher. So she says, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. Tommy screamed with laughter. You don't know much, Margie. The teachers didn't live in the house. They did not come to the house, idiot. They had a special building and all the kids went there. What is that special building called? That special building itself is called the school. All the students went there. They learned from the teachers. Right? They learned. They sat in the classroom. Well-ventilated, sophisticated classrooms. They learned a lot there. Not like what you think, sitting in front of computer alone. Not like that. Teacher used to go to that building and students were also going to that building. And all the kids learn the same thing. Not like you will be learning geography now and tomorrow history, day after tomorrow mathematics and then English, social science, etc. etc. No, not like that. Timetable was given to all the students. They were learning the same subject at a time. Sure, if they were the same age, yes, they all belong to same age group. They were considered the standard, second standard, third standard, fourth standard based on their age. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches and that each kid has to be taught differently. Yes, that is also true because everywhere we don't find the same kind of children with same IQ. We will find heterogeneous students. Their IQ differs. But when it comes to the matter of school, teachers teach them choosing special techniques. Right? Not like mechanical teacher. It is not like calling the county inspector and leveling the teaching or the subject to the level of students. Right? Just the same, they didn't do it that way then. say I didn't like it? Margie said quickly. She wanted to read about those funny schools. They weren't even half finished when Margie's mother called. Margie, school. Means a perfect time for her to start her new lesson with the mechanical teacher. She was very much interested. Tommy says, if you are not interested, don't read it. So Margie said, who said? I am also interested. When they were about to finish half of the book, immediately mother called, Margie, come here. School time is up. You have to sit in front of the mechanical teacher. Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. Now said Mrs. Jones, and it's probably time for Tommy too. So it is time already. It is about to start. Now, not only for you, even for Tommy also. Both of you get ready for the school. Margie said to Tommy, can I read the book some more with you after school? Maybe. Possibility is yes. Not sure. Maybe. He said nonchalantly. Nonchalantly, without any interest. Nonchalantly means without any interest. Not showing much of the concern. He walked away whistling the dusty old book tucked beneath his arm like this. Margie went into the schoolroom. It was right next to her bedroom, and the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. It was always on at the same time every day except Saturday and Sunday. See, that was her routine. She was habitual for that. Because her mother said little girls learn better if they learn at regular times. Of course, it is right. What she said is right. See, if we learn at regular intervals, we can enhance our knowledge. That's true. But I don't think that it can be done only by sitting in front of the mechanical teacher and learning. In fact, we need to have conversation and appropriate communication. The screen was lit up and it said, today's arithmetic lesson is the addition of proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. When she sat in front of the mechanical teacher, the question that was asked is, today's lesson is arithmetic addition. So you put your paper, that is the homework and the tests that were given yesterday. See, that is why she hated school. Margie did so with a sigh. What is sigh? Sigh means a kind of heavy breath. This is. She was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather was a little boy. All the kids from the whole neighborhood came laughing and shouting in the schoolyard, sitting together in the schoolroom, going home together. At the end of the day, they learned the same things so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. And the teachers were people. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen. When we add fraction, half and quarter, Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. She came and sat in front of the computer and her lessons were flashing upon. When it started asking all the questions related to yesterday's lesson, she thought of old school, how it was. They all went to the same building. They sat together, they ate together, they played together, discussed it together. At the end of the day, they went back to their home together, sharing the day's memories. And she felt how beautiful those days were. This is how the author Isaac Asimov compares the present school system with the futuristic schools. To be frank, the old kind of schools had all the fun compared to the mechanical teacher. Truly, I hope you are all missing that the fun of going to school and enjoying the day of learning, playing, sharing and caring with your friends and with your teachers. Hope we will be meeting soon in the next